for the future. And Hungry Jack's Irresistible Bacon Deluxe. Hungry Jack's makes it better.
Ange has made no secret of his ambition with the Victory.
We play for a result. We want to try and win every game we play.
And there was no better example of that policy than last week. 10 men and 2-0. But tonight they tackle the Glory with their main man back doing what he does best.
He is so deadly, isn't he? Shane Smeltz has broken the deadlock.
Last year's grand finalists against Melbourne's emerging giants. It makes for a more than tasty start to round 9 of the A-League on Fox Sports.
Yes, these two teams never disappoint. What about 50 goals in the last 12 games between them, head-to-head? And goals are what the home fans expect as the Melbourne Victory return to Amy Park for the first time in 259 days after playing their first 4 home games of the season at Etihad. 10 points out of the last 12 suggests Ange Postecoglou is on the right track, while the Glory are looking to break out of a rut after taking just 2 points out of the last 9 available, including just 1 out of 6 at home. But there's a huge incentive for the visitors tonight to return to winning ways. 3 points and they'll leapfrog the Victory and claim 3rd spot on the table. Big news, you can see Adrian Zara stripped and ready to go. The Glory have suffered a blow in the warm-up. Liam Miller, in form Liam Miller, has just been ruled out of the side. Not good news when they're already missing their captain through suspension, Jacob Birds, of course. So the Victory back at Amy Park for the first time since a 3-0 romp over Wellington on March 16. It's a venue the fans love and a pitch which tends to bring out the best in players as well. 2 top 6 teams about to go head-to-head, and kickoff is coming up right after this.
I can feel a new breeze that will ease our minds. It's a different heartbeat, but it will be worth it after all.
The all-new Santa Fe from Hyundai. Experience unforgettable.
It's the real flame-grilled flavour that makes the legendary Whopper unbeatable. We can't be beaten. When we demise, we can't be beaten. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Beautiful night for football at a real football venue, the rectangular Amy Park, as we tick down to kick-off between the Melbourne Victory and the Perth Glory. The Glory have scored 4 goals in the last 2 games against the Victory, but they were across the Nullarbor, of course. Ange Postecoglou's team made a real statement last week against the Wanderers with that 2-0 win on the road after losing Sam Gallagher to a red card inside 16 minutes. Ian Ferguson still looking for his first win head-to-head against Ange Postecoglou. 3 draws and 5 losses so far. And our referee tonight, Jared Gillett, of course the controversial figure in the last grand final. with that late penalty. Marcos Flores back from suspension tonight. And up against another former Adelaide United player in Travis Dodd, who boasts 7 goals against the Victory. So the Perth Glory get this one started, and dramatic team news. Just 5 minutes before kickoff, Liam Miller ruled out after pulling up in the warm-up with back tightness. So Adrian Zara is in. Not good, Robbie Slater, when you consider Jacob Burns is out suspended as well.
Yeah, and that's the big point. Jacob Burns already missing. I'm sure Ian Ferguson was relying on Liam Miller to really step up another notch, and he's also one of the leaders on the pitch. He's got great experience, but also very important in linking the defence to the attack in the search for more goals. Perth have been good defensively, only 8 goals conceded, but they've only managed to score 9 this season. Liam Miller is a blow for their attacking options.
Great movement off the ball from Guy Finkler. Just too much on it for Flores to bring it under control. Layer's header, partnered by Petar Franjic tonight. One of 3 changes for the Victory. Franjic in for the suspended Sam Gallagher. Jonathan Brew back in midfield for the Victory, with Mark Milligan away on Socceroos duty, with Archie Thompson, of course. So Flores, the other inclusion up front. Dodd the target, but Traore got enough on it. And Selesky up against his former club tonight. Heffernan playing in the left-back role with Scott Jamieson away on Socceroos duty.
Yeah, one of the key duels in the game tonight. Heffernan, a lot of experience, quite a physical defender as well, up against the in-form, who's in red-hot form. Marco Rojas really has, well, for me, quite possibly been the standout of the season so far. So that's how good he has been for Melbourne Victory.
Leading the Alex Tobin medal count at the moment, Marco Rojas, with 4 best of field performances, including last week, of course. A terrific performance once they went down to 10 men. Getting that second half goal on the counter, teeing up Archie Thompson. Here's Vandenbrink giving Dodd one to chase. He's onside. Coe can let it come into the area.
Yeah, well done from Nathan Coe, sweeping behind his defence.
Finkler gets away from Ward. Here's Naboo. Great news for the youngster. Yesterday signed his first professional contract. Signed for the next 2.5 seasons by the Victory after scoring 3 goals as an amateur, essentially, on a youth team deal. Victory player goes to ground. Billy Selesky wanted the foul, nothing doing. Corner 1 by the Glory.
And one player's misfortune is another's fortune, and that's Zara. Mickey Ward was originally down to play on the left-hand side, with Liam Miller bowing out after straining his back again in the warm-up. Ward's gone into the middle to partner McGarry, Zara on the left.
Zara's delivery was Dodd looking for the flick on. Player didn't really deal with the second ball, gave McGarry a sniff. It was Smelts trying to make something happen, and a chance. Well, it wouldn't have counted had it found the back of the net after a foul in the lead-up.
It was a great ball back across from McGarry. Really shouldn't have been allowed to get that cross in. There's a foul, wasn't much in it. Then swivelling and volleying Travis Dodd. And you see Ian Ferguson's thoughts on the free kick given.
Here's Zara again. First start in the A-League since the Melbourne Derby, of course, when he suffered that horrific knee injury. He was playing for the Heart against the Victory. And now McGarry just couldn't keep it down. The Scot back in the starting lineup tonight. Now let's go down to Andy Maher for an update.
Yeah, Speedy, apparently it sounds like Liam Miller might have come over with a stiff back complaint, and they've given him every opportunity to loosen up and get himself match ready. He wasn't able to get himself ready to play in the warm-up. That's why they've left it to the last minute. Word out of the Melbourne Victory camp was that they were aware of Miller's back tightness, so it wasn't altogether unexpected from their perspective. But they did give him every possible chance to get himself ready.
Thanks, Mari, as Dodd goes down and gets the whistle.
Yeah, foul on Traore. By Traore coming back. Trying to get around in front of Travis Dodd. Used his body well there, Dodd, to draw the foul. And this is the sort of situations that Victory need to try and avoid, because Billy Memmott so effective from set pieces and crosses.
They're buzzing about early in this one, the Glory. Desperate for 3 points tonight. It's going to be Heffernan with the in-swinger. Delivering not bad. All alone was Nick Ward, and there's an inquest in the Victory defence. Fortunately, from their perspective, it was just too high for the former Victory man.
Yeah, just over his head. Decent delivery. Not a lot of pace on that cross, and Nick Ward just completely unmarked. Franjic turning around, thinking who's supposed to be picking him up. Luckily for Victory, it was over the top of his head. A good start from Perth. Mostly going down that left-hand side.
Here's Pantelides, another former Melbourne Victory player in the visitors lineup. Championship winner as well. Well read by Ferreira. And Dodd's just overhit it.
Yeah, he's a bit unlucky. Just overhit the pass. That was the right pass. Zara completely free on the left-hand side. So Perth certainly on the front foot.
Of course, with Zara coming in for Miller. Zara's the flyer down the left-hand side, and Nick Ward's had to adjust into a central midfield position.
Let it go.
Flores, McGarry across. Rojas, and Heffernan straight into the back of him. Zara saying, what's the foul for? But it was for that first challenge by the left back.
Yeah, the push in the back, and Heffernan, a very experienced player up against Rojas, and you would expect Heffernan to try and physically dominate Rojas. And the more he can keep him facing back towards his own goal, the better it will be for him.
It's going to be Finkler with the set piece, who leads the league with 5 assists this season. The Brazilian making a real impression in the last month or so. Delivery not bad, and Leia with the chance. Away by Pantelides somehow. Both teams looking a little shaky defending the set pieces.
Well, I think you'll be disappointed with that. Unlike Ward, where the ball sailed over the top of his head, that was right on Leia's head. Just mistimed his header. Maybe took his eye off it.
Now the skipper being closed down by Billy Memmott. Created the turnover. Turnover is one thing that Ian Ferguson was talking about during the week. He attributes it to the Glory's poor run of form. They were committing an an average of 20 earlier in the campaign, but the last few weeks it's been as high as 60. So they want to clean up that area of the game. Vandalides gives it away to Zaleski. One back by Naboo. Couldn't quite link with Finkler. No one's got anywhere to move at the moment, have they?
It's really, both teams turning the ball over too often for their coaches' liking, but the tempo's so high. Very little space or very little time on the ball. Glory looking to bounce back after two disappointing results at home. Would have expected to pick up more than the 1 point they did.
Brew quickly to the feet of Flores. Had to delay the pass because Naboo was in an offside position.
And you see again how quick Heffernan is on to intercept that ball. Flores just hesitated with the pass, really dwelt on the ball too long.
Naboo found Flores that time. Finkler waiting top of the box. Comfortable for Vandenbrink. Clever play by Ferreira. Chance to deliver. Now Naboo. Scrappy stuff. And the Glory can clear eventually. Clever ball from McGarry out in front of Dodd, who's got Risdon bombing on. Links up with Smeltz. Perth dominating possession, up over 60% at this stage. Franjic stepping out for the victory. Might be something on here through Rojas. Took on Vandenbrink and just glided right by. And now Flores. Reverse ball, was looking for Finkler, I reckon.
Well, it's the wrong option. He had Naboo completely unmarked. Just needed to slip him in on the right-hand side. Poor decision from Marco Flores. Good work from Rojas. First opportunity, we see him taking on Vandenbrink, skips away. Now look at Naboo there. He's just got to play him in. Real wasted opportunity. You see, Ange Postecoglou knew what an opportunity that was.
Frustration all round. Flores wrote an article in the local paper down here today talking about the saying back in South America, treat the ball like your girlfriend. He said under Ange Postecoglou, Brisbane treated the ball like a princess. That time around, not enough care taken with the final ball. Credit to Petar Franjic, the centre half, for starting that move too. Getting his spot back tonight due to Gallagher's red card. It's going to skim away. The sprinklers were on at Amy Park before kickoff. Nice slick surface for the players. Flores working back hard to take it away from Ward. Ferreira on a sloppy turnover. This little move by McGarry. Link-up play between Mehmet and Zara, who was fouled. Ferreira not convinced. He's been a good luck charm since getting that right back position, Ferreira. Victory undefeated in the 4 games he started there, 3 wins and a draw. The free kick rolled 0.1 of a second before the whistle, so we're going to go back. And instead, they'll swing it straight in and left all alone. Nicky Ward again. Just wide.
And he's so unlucky. It's a brave header as well. He knows that Nathan Coe is coming, and it's a poor decision from Nathan Coe to come. He's going to come. He's got to get there. He comes too late. Flat-footed at the start. Decent ball in from McGarry, but that sort of area, the goalkeeper's really got to be commanding his box. And Nicky Ward, very, very unlucky. It's a decent header. Just couldn't get it on target.
Anywhere on target would have done in the end. He's probably thought initially he has to pick out the top corner there, but the keeper was committed. Lovely layoff from Rojas. Now Flores chopped down from behind, and there's a yellow card for Ward.
Well, Flores is away. He's lunging in. Nicky Ward, he knows. Flores gets past there. He's running onto the back 4. And just really takes him out. Flores, there's the touch, the important touch. Here's a touch on the ball. And he certainly gets all of it. What I mean by all of it is the player as well. Looks like Finkler's going to try and get an angle on this one. It's difficult. It's fairly central, this. I think it'd be better off to play this short.
He's got Ferreira as an option out to the right. He does go that way. Now the dazzling feet of Marco Rojas. Work this nicely to create that angle for Finkler, who bends it back deep, and it did cross the byline before it glanced off the crossbar.
Yeah, he just took one touch too many there, Finkler. First one, look, see there, he really just gets it stuck between his feet. Didn't get it out enough for him to cross that one after the first touch.
Don't forget, plenty of ways you can join us during the game, either by Facebook or Twitter, where the official hashtag tonight is MVVPG, or if you're in Australia, you can download the new Fox Sports A-League app for iPhone from the App Store. Plenty of tweets flying around earlier tonight about Andrew Naboo signing his new contract. Can't put a foot wrong at the moment. Just got his grades back from first-year university and distinctions all round in engineering.
Great work from Heffernan. Really on his game at the moment in this opening period.
Travis Dodd able to keep on advancing. Ward heavily involved. And light on his feet, winning the foul. Takes it quickly to Dodd. Will work the angle against Traore. He's done beautifully, Travis Dodd. No one in the middle. What about that from Naboo? Getting the better of Risdon, who shoves into the deck. And the card's out again.
That'll be another yellow. Yeah, brilliant play from Naboo. Not so sure if he meant that chest and took it over the head of Risdon. Not so sure he meant it, but it certainly looked good. Had the fans up, hit the ball, he chests this ball, he gets a little bit lucky with it, and he's away. Risdon from behind. There's only one result for that sort of challenge, and it's Perth's second yellow card.
As I said, he got a distinction average in engineering, Robbie. You know, he knows how to work the angles and the physics involved.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, football isn't a textbook game.
He had his eyes on it the whole way. It was pretty to watch.
But it's certainly a big week for him. And he's done extremely well. And that's what give a kid a chance, and you just hope and you watch, and he certainly grabbed his chance with both hands and gets his reward from his coach with a 2.5-year contract.
Good work by Zara. Of course, there are other clubs trying to grab him on a youth team deal. It gives the opportunity for other A-League clubs to come in and try and poach young talent. So the Victory had to act, and act quick after those 3 goals and that memorable double against Sydney FC. And they turned that one around.
That's good work from Perth there. They are a little bit deep, maybe a bit deeper than what they would like to be, but they are nice and compact. Making it very difficult. Very little space behind them, of course. When you leave a lot of space in behind you, therein lies the danger with Victory. No Archie Thompson there, but Naboo's quite quick as well. We know about the speed of Rojas.
Vukovic long to Dodd. Brought it down for Traore. Now Brew is going in the book as well, so 3 cards pretty quick here. The Mauritius international, the latest after catching McGarry.
Well, he certainly missed the ball. Not sure if there was intent there from Brew. It's a poor touch there from Traore. They both go in. I think that's soft, to be honest. Clumsy at best.
There's frustration on the Glory bench, you may have seen there, as they went from a set-piece opportunity inside the Victory's half all the way back to their keeper. Riston turning it over on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. That's why he pulled out of that challenge on Naboo.
But he slid in again and missed it.
Dodd hanging one up. He was trying to get that out towards Zara. Sliced off the outside of the boot. Lovely ball from Traore, and Finkler held off his man again. It's Naboo against Riston. What about the shoulder work? He's a solid unit. Andrew Naboo, a crowd favourite. You're hearing boos. That's the end of Naboo. The crowd.
They just overdid it a little bit. Had a pass into, I think it was Jonathan Brew. Did fantastically. What about the use of the shoulder charge? No? Nothing wrong with that. Riston certainly can match him for pace. That was just strength from the youngster. Great use of the body, and then that's where he should have laid it off here.
And now they've got to go again like tired beach sprinters. Ambling after that when he's sucking in the big ones.
Oh, I think Naboo needs he just needs a breather. He's done 2 50-metre sprints. Yep. And Victory, both very good. They've limited Victory. Oh, Victory had one chance. Well, it was a chance really that wasn't created when Flores found himself in space on the edge of the box. Apart from that, Vukovic has had nothing to do. Victory need more out of Flores and Finkler.
See Finkler's ghosting into plenty of space. Traore couldn't find him that time. Just nipping away at the heels of McGarry.
Well, Finkler was in a good position, but Traore was just a sloppy pass. And that really has been pretty much the story of the game so far.
brigade, providing plenty of noise as always. Behind the goal which the Glory defend in this first half. Good header away by Franjic, but Dodd can latch on. Play in Risdon. First time delivery. And a high boot against Ferreira there on Zara, who keeps going. And that was a key little flick from Franjic to deny Zara a shooting opportunity. Well, it's not textbook defending, but they'll get out of it. Last time the Victory were without Mark Milligan and Archie Thompson. It was round 2 and they were thumped by Brisbane 5-0. And Postecoglou is saying this game gave them a chance to see how far they've come in terms of creating a structure that can work no matter who the personnel are. Nabu trying to get in behind Risdon again. That time the right back was favoured by the pass. The Glory playing it out from the back, impressively so.
And this is what I talk, philosophy, Perth Glory, it's really a contain and counter philosophy. And the way they play, that means nice and compact at the back, but when they get the chance to break, they do so. And they certainly did that time with purpose.
Overhit by Van den Brink. Dodd didn't bother chasing. Postecoglou barking out the instructions to Jonathan Brew. Get the ball and get forward.
A good switch of play from McGarry.
Smelts shut down by a couple, but Ward there on the follow-up. Don't want to leave Shane Smelts alone in this kind of area. Franjic got a foot in. Beautiful from Nabu. Out in front of Rojas. Oh, what a finish, so very nearly from the Kiwi. Confidence level sky high.
And it's the first time. What about the run? Right from the right-hand side, diagonal run across the field. He's found beautiful little ball, and what about this for improvisation? He knows he can't take another touch, and he's just tried to chip that with the outside of his boot over the advancing Vukovic. Desperately unlucky as the ball just won't come down.
Everyone waiting for it to dip, but not quite enough. Such an exciting player.
And it was a good ball from Nabu as well to play him in. And just too much pace as he made that diagonal run, Marco Rojas.
Smelts out in front of Ward, getting forward, trying to link with Smelts again. New Zealanders on fire in the A-League this season. Rojas, Michael McGlinchey for the Mariners, and of course Shane Smelts hitting his straps. Got off the mark last week against his former club, Wellington. And he's the A-League's greatest ever goal scorer. He went past Archie Thompson last time these teams met, and he got 4 goals, and that's what he leads Archie by at the moment. And no doubt the Socceroos tuning into this game up in Hong Kong. Shout out to all the boys if they are. A squad of 20 preparing for 4 games in a week pretty much. everyone's going to get game time with that sort of schedule. Finkler again, beautiful movement. Naboo's onside. Rojas bursting into the area. And Heffernan dealt with the danger intelligently.
They're the first time really on the counter. Good ball from Finkler, just flicked it with the outside of his boot. Naboo's on his way, and credit Naboo. He's obviously been watching Archie Thompson and Rojas, because he placed that first time right into the right area. It was pretty good defending. Rojas probably arrived just a little bit too soon. Perth defended it well.
Finkler, delivery, and it skims off the head of Brew, and should be a goal kick, despite the cries and groans from the blue and white brigade. There's another chance from a set piece with an attacking player getting their head to the ball first. Victory have scored 5 headed goals this season. Mark Milligan has been a threat. Finkler in the mood tonight. Beautiful ball to Rojas. They've switched sides. The two speedsters up front. Naboo letting it run, hoping it would get to Flores.
Yeah,
the Argentine on it now.
You just see when he broke there, Marco Rojas, and Naboo just didn't make the run. And we're marking it from very high level, because Archie Thompson, as soon as Rojas breaks, he's on his way. Naboo just got caught a little bit ball watching as Rojas broke.
So many of these moves created by Guy Finkler with his vision and touch.
Yeah, he had a poor first 20 minutes. Well, maybe being a little bit harsh, a poor first 20 minutes. Perth were very good in that period, but he certainly couldn't get himself into the game, and Flores probably still hasn't yet. But Finkler been a lot better in the last 12 minutes. Great support here from the Victory fans. I think they prefer it back here at Amy to Etihad.
Dealt with the high ball from Traore expertly, and Finkler gets through his man again, and that ball wasn't on to Rojas that time.
Brilliant turn, great technique from Finkler. Poor execution of the pass, as was that from Nicky Ward. Perth just getting a little bit stretched.
Flores turned it over initially, but Naboo kept it alive. Quite working for the former Johnny Warren medalist tonight.
And he's just trying to overdo it, Flores, because he expects so much from himself, and I guess we all do. But sometimes when it's just not happening, why try the difficult thing? When you're having a period where your passes aren't sticking, they're not hitting the mark, the best thing to do, from my experience, is just make the next one count. Make it hit the mark, even if it's 5 metres. Make it hit the play you want it to hit and get your confidence back.
Last touch off Rojas, according to the officials. Not sure who that throw was to from Risdon, but we'll get another crack at it. Plenty of teammates and fans going to back for Risdon, saying he should have been part of at least the 25-man Socceroos squad, but there's some hot competition there in the right-back role with Petar Franjic and Michael Moroney.
We had a fine game last week against Wellington, Josh Risdon.
He's got the 3 votes a couple of times already this campaign.
See Perth going all the way back to Vukovic again. So just not finding the attacking options at the moment.
Another great header from the captain, Leia.
The first 10 minutes, they got a bit of success with Zara on the left-hand side, and they've rarely gone there, really, in the last 15.
Rojas gets it from Finkler once more. Bas van der Brink with the challenge.
Yeah, it's a good tackle.
Traore's won it back again. Flores with time. Now directing traffic. He's got his opposite number. Trying to ghost in. Better ball by Flores that time. Ferreira trying to whip it right across the Rojas. Read by the keeper.
Yeah, better from Flores. Just took his time. Didn't force it. And made the right decision.
They've got to go all the way back. They've been latching onto their fair share of second balls, the Glory. They do so again. Chance for Risdon to explore some open pastures. Dodd's delivery is beautiful. Well defended by Franjic ahead of Smelts.
He's done well there, Franjic, because he's got his body across Shane Smelts. Smelts, of course, as the striker trying to get across him. Franjic didn't allow that. Decent ball in from Travis Dodd. Didn't try to beat Traore, just bent the ball around him into that near post area. They've looked threatening from set pieces.
A really quick game, and Heffernan taking his time to get across and take the corner. Deep towards Van den Brink. Brew with a couple of headers. Back in by Risdon. Victory were a sniff there had Flores or Nabu brought it down.
Good position taken up by Finkler again. Really finding that space now.
All about giving your teammate the angle to play it out from the back.
He's well offside. Billy Memmott didn't bend his run enough and went far too early.
Zaleski wants it back from Finkler and gets it. Well worked by the Victory this. Finkler brought down and the referee deciding.
That's brilliant play from Finkler and Billy Zaleski. And that's what I like about Zaleski this year. This season, when he picks up the ball as he did there, 10 metres inside his own half, he had a simple pass sideways or backwards, but he went forward. In transition, he's been very good this season in always looking forward. That time he was linking up with Finkler. There's the late challenge. The ball actually made it out to Nabu, but the referee gives the foul.
And that's good refereeing, because the Victory was rather a set piece here than the player facing up to a defender in front of him out on the flank. Way Guy Finkler has been playing tonight, you would not be surprised if this tested Vukovic. It is Finkler, and it's not going to come down.
Yeah, not a great effort from Guillaume Finkler. Been excellent in the last 20 minutes or so. This one, it doesn't get it anywhere near. Hits the ball. See what Ange Cogley thinks, but that one, he's hit the ball too low. You know, when you're trying to get it up and over and importantly down again, you need to pick the right spot on the ball and hitting across it, and not right at the bottom. He hit it, that one right underneath the ball, and that's why it rose and never dipped at all.
He's not Robinson Crusoe from that kind of area, though, is he? So often those free kicks from just outside the box never come down in time. Frustration for fans, coaches. Dodd looking for the nutmeg there on Traore. What a great sight Amy Park is, with all these fans in for the victory. Just a heavy touch from Mehmet initially. And Brew looking up and waiting for teammates to provide an option. Tried to thread the eye of a needle to Rojas. To be fair to him, there wasn't a lot on. Bending his run cleverly was Billy Mehmet, but tracked by Franjic. It's a big night for Petar Franjic to show the coach that he should return to a regular starting role. Was the Victory signing Jason Correa, the young Socceroos defender, during the week, who can play centre half or right back. So more competition for places. Ward's delivery. Smeltz just trying to skim it. Heffernan's going to come off the long run. Deep towards Mehmet. Leia made it his own. And well played by Brew. Found Flores to boot. And Rojas is going to be offside here.
No, it's a good decision. He went too early. He didn't need to, Rojas. He's looking across the line. He doesn't need to go too early because we know he's quick enough.
4 goals and 2 assists so far this season for the All-White. Rojas on the move again. That's where Traore was looking. Nick Ward bursting through the middle of the park. Dodd isolated, a little in and away on Traore. He was committed the foul. You hear what the home fans think of that one. Ange Postecoglou up in arms as well.
Well, I'm always in favour when there's a foul for an attacking play, but I think he does well there, Traore. I just don't think that Travis Dodd moved the ball far enough past Traore, and he was able to recuperate that. I didn't think it was a foul.
Yeah, Muscat and Postecoglou thought he'd won the battle of strength there. And the majority of fouls so far against the home team. Heffernan hanging it up, and Coe with a good claim that time.
Yeah, much better from Nathan Coe. Not a good ball in. Too much height on that ball from Heffernan.
Finkler again putting on a show tonight, and Rojas has bent his run sufficiently. Chance to deliver, picking out Flores, who tried the extravagant finish. It would have been some goal from the Victory.
Well, he never got his body in a position to finish this brilliant play from Rojas. What about that from delivery? Picks out Flores. I'm thinking there, go with your head. If he attacks the ball, it's easier to head that ball. He stopped to really take that on the volley. It's difficult from that sort of position. It's not on his favourite foot. I'm not sure why he didn't attack that ball with more purpose and put his head to it.
Those fans in the blue and white brigade can't believe they haven't seen a goal at their end in this first half. The referee just trying to sort out the differences between Mehmet and Leia, with the Victory man down. Leia not happy with the treatment that resulted in Zaleski being on the deck. Smelts with the backhander.
You can see the movement of the arm. There's no doubt about it. Smelts is all fired up. And he's got to be careful when you move your arm like that and there's contact. He's lucky the referee didn't see it, really.
All the fans saw it on that replay on the big screen. You could hear what they thought of it.
You see there, Zaleski. He's very lucky, Shane Smelts. It's definitely a swinging arm.
So you think straight red for that if the referee sees it?
If the referee sees it, he's certainly open to a red card.
It could be something we hear about on Monday then, given that no card was shown.
I mean, I think it was more, he didn't swing it with too much force, but he definitely made contact.
Just crossed the line. Ferreira is talking it over with Nabu. And Zaleski can receive further treatment in the dressing room, complaining to the fourth official, claiming it was an elbow. He thought it should have been a red card for Smells. Late.
To go on.
Did look pretty smooth on attack at times. So Melbourne get this second half rolling. Flores and Finkler trying to roll straight through the middle. And Robbie Slater, a bit of a surprise to see no goals in the first half with so many through the years. Do you expect some in this second 45?
Well, if anything, the first half to go on, we can expect goals. Victory certainly got better in the last 25 minutes of that first half. Nick Ward very close to scoring, so there's been chances.
Traore's done brilliantly to keep that ball in, but only for the benefit of McGarry in the end. And now Dodd can deliver. Franjic, the first man. Well read by Vandenbrink. Bigger and stronger than Rojas. Looking for Zara, who brought it down for Smelts. Slip from Ferreira. Gives the Kiwi another look. Glory would obviously prefer Smelts to be in the middle, trying to get on the end of things. And Nabu takes it away. Chance here for the Victory. Finkler. Nice option to Flores, now early to Rojas. Finkler again.
Well, I haven't said very often in recent weeks wrong option from Marco Rojas, but I think that was from the youngster.
Mehmet with the ball at the other end. Game opening up a little already at the start of the second half. Flores, little 1-2 with Zaleski to find a little space, and right through the middle goes Rojas. Glorious chance here, and somehow Risdon and Vandenbrink combine to see off the danger.
Oh, brilliant play from Flores to pick out Rojas. Difficult one for him. Came at a difficult height, just wasn't able to get his body in the right position to get any kind of connection on that cross from Flores. Great vision from Marcos Flores.
Billy Mehmet's found Zara again. Good strength from Ferreira. Now Finkler, chance to go early to Rojas once more. In behind Risdon and burning him off Rojas. Cut back towards Flores. Nabu placing it. And it's wide again from the Victory.
Well, the pace again of Rojas down the left-hand side, and great touch and great awareness as well. And Nabu, well, he's gone for the composed finish. He's a little bit unlucky. It's the right idea. Look at the pace here of Flores. Then cuts it back. Maybe looking for Flores. To the right's at Nabu, and he just goes, he's just trying to pass that one into the net. Right idea, but just gets it off target. Flores lets it go. Clever play from him. And the side foot agonisingly past the post.
That close to his 4th goal in the A-League in game number 6. Finkler and Rojas have combined with terrific effect so far tonight.
And that was a better tackle from Risdon. What you do with Rojas, you've either got to get there early or you drop off.
Rojas delightful again. Now Traore getting forward, and the shot not really on from that angle, and Flores is pointing that out.
Yeah, the rush of blood, Dama Traore bursting into the penalty box. Certainly the cutback would have been a much better decision. He goes for power, trying to drive that towards the near post.
Less than 5 minutes gone in this second half, and there's been a host of chances. Of course, Risdon's on that yellow card. He picked it up early in this game, so Rojas having a field day now. Now it's Heffernan the other way. Terrible clearance from Franjic, giving Smeltz a sniff.
Yeah, he gets away with it because you don't want to be gifting a ball like that on the edge of the box to Shane Smeltz, who didn't get a hold of it. Had to take it quickly. There, Franjic really just cushioned the ball. Sat nicely for Smeltz, who would have been disappointed with that.
Here's Finkler again, and here's Rojas against Vandenbrink that time, and good pace from the veteran Dutchman.
Yeah, brilliant defending from Vandenbrink. And they've just got to be careful. When they're pushing up, there's no pressure on the ball. The pace of Rojas, leaving that much space, they're going to hurt you. And he's going to hurt you.
All the way through to Finkler somehow, and he tries to bend one for the top corner. They can't get near the Brazilian at the moment, the Glory.
No, he's got every right to take that. Flores was looking for an inside pass, but I think he's got every right to go for goal there. Just leaning back as he hits it, and skies his shot. Good feet, takes it away from McGarry, and then just leaning back as he hit that ball.
3 shots to 1 in the second half so far. He's had a stack of clubs throughout his career, Guy Finkler, but if he keeps playing like this, he could have a home for quite a while at the Melbourne Victory. He's got it again. First time ball to Flores. Nabu peeling wide, found by the Argentine. And Vukovic with the punch. He was caught late by Rojas as well. The Kiwis actually come off second best. Good work by Zara, helping out his defensive unit. And a suspicion of handball, and that's the call.
There's the ball from Nabu, trying to pick out Rojas. Just got it too close to Vukovic, who punched it away. That's really a poor ball. It can be very difficult to pick anyone out from there.
Nice exchange with Ian Rojas, and just in behind both Flores and Nabu.
Yeah, Flores and Nabu just got in the same line there. Needed one slightly behind, probably Nabu just drifted onto the same line.
And Finkler winning it back this time. Fans loving his work rate. Flores thought about the through ball for Rojas.
Yeah, well, they're just running the midfield now. Finkler and Flores. Because they don't play with a real number 9, 2 deep-lying strikers that rotate. With Vanden Brink and Pantelides staying in their positions, they're just outnumbering Perth in the middle of the park, making it very difficult for McGarry and Nick Ward to get close to them.
Flores again. So intelligent the way Finkler and Flores use space. Wasn't so good. The punch ball from Brew. Which hasn't quite found his feet as yet in the Hyundai A-League. Plenty of ways to join us during this game, either by Facebook or Twitter. The hashtag tonight, MVVPG. And if you're in Australia, you can always download the new Fox Sports A-League app. That's in the App Store for iPhone users.
You see even a miss-hit pass, and Jonathan Brew all on his own to see 4 victory shirts.
Nice movement from Nabu, trying to take Heffernan away, but he saw Ferreira on the move. Pretty much all Melbourne Victory since half-time. Not the greatest first-time clearance from Franjic, allowing Mehmet to pick it up, and now Dodd. Travis Dodd, teammate down, still he goes. The captain tonight. Nice option from Risdon. Nick Ward gets right underneath it.
Well, he had to take it quick. He was under pressure from Selesky and Finkler. Shifted the ball well, but couldn't control the strike.
The right side of Risdon.
Yeah, the good work from Vanden Brink coming in, giving his fullback help there. Cover across as Rojas skipped around Risdon again. And of course, Risdon knows he's got to be careful because he's had a yellow card.
You can see the problem at the moment. They can't get the shots on target. There's no shortage raining in on both goals, but wide and high so far. Nice movement from Mehmet. Ghosting into space behind Traore. Nice ball to Smelts. And he picks up the 3 points right over the crossbar.
Yeah, he picked him out, Billy Mehmet. Good run from him. Just pulled off the central defenders into that space on the right-hand side. Great run from Smelts. Wouldn't have been able to see it, but he shaped to go near post and just pulled back for Mehmet to pick him out, but not the finish required. So open now.
Zaleski can turn. Shoot is the cry. Combines with Finkler instead. Rojas crying out for it. Marco Rojas is on fire in the A-League. What a finish. What a goal. He's a fan favourite all right now.
Brilliant from Rojas. Superb finish. Too much space given to Victory in the middle of the park. Zaleski comes through. Finkler just stood his ground, has the presence of mind. It was getting a bit narrow. Rojas held his position. He's already made his mind up as the ball's on the way to him. He's going for that top corner and he picks it out. It's a wonderful strike from Marco Rojas. Take a bow, son.
Goal number 5 for the season. And the frustration over around Amy Park. They've had so many chances, especially since half-time. Totally dominant against the tiring Glory, perhaps. And it's another assist for Guy Finkler. 6 on the season, and he's 3 clear of the next best. Nice moves from Travis Dodd. Finkler again. Retreating to win it back. Heffernan, so cynical. And another obvious card, the most obvious of the night.
Well, Heffernan, he knew he was away. Nabu very clever with his body. Shaped to go to control the ball, just lets it run past him. He's committed himself there, Dean Heffernan. And I've made this shout a couple of times this season. That's what I call an anti-football challenge. And it's a yellow card. And the easiest one this referee will give this season.
And Heffernan, more often than not this season, has been playing ahead of Scott Jamieson. It wasn't too long ago that Heffernan was playing for the Socceroos in that squad against Argentina at the MCG a few years back. Now it's Jamieson in the setup. And Heffernan's had to go back to the defensive line tonight.
Zaleski's been excellent again tonight. Talked about him in the pre-game. Everything he plays these days is forward. He was involved in that goal, slipping the ball to Finkler. And now Melbourne really starting to show off their short passing, high-tempo game. With Finkler and Flores, look at the space.
Nabu just got away from him in the end. There's Zara, whose night is about to come to an end. See Chris Harrold ready to come on.
He's been a bit unlucky, Zara, because he hasn't had a lot of service. He was good in the first 10 minutes of this game. But the trouble for Zara, and in some respects Travis Dodd, maybe a little bit less, but they've spent far too much time defending in their own half. But they've got the quality on there, Perth, but they need to certainly get a lot better. And a lot closer to victory in the middle of the park.
Misplaced pass by Ferreira will allow that change to occur. Adrian Zara sees his number go up, and great to see him back in a starting lineup in the A-League though, Adrian Zara, after that comeback from the knee injury. And now they've got the speedster Harrold on.
Yeah, it's great to see Zara back. Such a horrific injury. It was a long road for him. And Marco Rojas, really the player of the moment. At this level, he has gone to another level, and that's what he's obviously been well coached. I spoke a few weeks back about the quality of his crossing. There's nothing wrong with the way he breaks the line, and mishit a few crosses, I think, to Archie Thompson a few weeks back. What about the ball to pick out Flores in the first half? And what you want from a wide man is, what do you want? You want him to be good in one-on-one situations. You want him to break the line, get assists, and chip in with some goals. He's ticking all the boxes at the moment.
Here's Harold, isolated against Diogo Ferreira. And he was trying to slip it through for Smeltz. It was on, just overhit.
Right idea. If he could have just slipped that one with less weight on the pass, Smeltz was in there. And they've got the quality out there at any point to turn this around, Perth. Victory have only kept one clean sheet this season. And that was last week. And believe it or not, they only had 10 men.
For 74 minutes plus. Flores and Finkler love playing together. Now Brew, he can move forward if he wants. Maintains possession through Selesky. Rojas, every time he gets it, Risdon saying, oh no, what tricks are you going to show me now? And he gets it back, does he, from Traore. Rojas on the move. And good challenge by Risdon, last touch off him.
Yeah, well done, Josh Risdon. He's up against the player on red-hot form. And he's already had a yellow card, so he's got to be very careful about diving in. But he stayed with Rojas that time, didn't go to ground. Rojas just trying to lift it over him. Risdon with an effective tackle to give away the corner.
Brandon O'Neill being readied by the Glory. Finkler goes near post. Good header away by Ward. Smeltz had to be careful there. Finkler, beautiful. Out in front of Rojas again, who tried the nutmeg on Van den Brink, who's seen that move before.
And I think Van den Brink's had the most success against Rojas tonight. But as Rojas broke there, and just the movement of Nabu on this right-hand side didn't go again. Now, we've seen in recent weeks that combination, that partnership on the same wavelength, opposite sides of the park, but when Rojas breaks, Thompson's on his way.
Finkler turned it over, but won back just as quickly by Traore. Flores. Finkler fouled by Pantelides.
And that's what happens. See, we got Flores and Finkler just rotating in a deep lying position. And it's up to Van den Brink and Pantelides to decide when to step out. And this time he steps out, but he steps out too late. Therefore, he arrives late. Finkler gets his toe to it, and there's the foul.
Time for that change. And it's going to be Nick Ward off. Had that glorious chance with the header that went just wide from the set piece early in this one. And young Brandon O'Neill on. He made his starting debut against the Victory at the back end of last season in a 4-2 win. He was impressive that night. A busy player slotting into the middle of the park. Finkler certainly felt that challenge from Pantelides. Took a long while to get up. And Nabu didn't sense Harold was there, but the Victory can stay on the front foot. Flores trying all sorts now and trying to tee up Rojas in the middle. Got by Pantelides, too easy from a Perth Glory perspective, though. Now Rojas turning the corner. Trying to bend it again. That time gone underneath it.
Yeah, this one, it's just too far behind him. He not able to wrap his boot around it. But again, great positive play from Rojas. One-on-one, shaking off McGarry. And here's the goal. What about this for a strike? brilliant finish from Rojas.
On those earlier replays, we saw it was just over Vukovic, just out of his reach. Perfection on the strike.
And credit, and I think he did credit the pass from Finkler, because if he puts too much weight on that, he's not able to produce the skill of the strike and the goal. Finkler's been superb in this game as well.
It's going to be a tough one to work out who's best, Rojas or Finkler.
And there's also plenty of time for Perth to get back into this. You just get the feeling they will get their chance. They've got too much quality out there for them not to at least produce a couple of chances in this second half.
Risdon determined work that time, and Harold is trying to place it, and he's won a corner. Forced Coe to palm it away.
Yeah, not a lot of pace on it, but it certainly had Nathan Coe stretching out to his left-hand side. Schmelz just lays it off, gets it out of his feet. You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to bend that past Nathan Coe. He might have just moved a little bit late as well. No, set pieces are definitely a threat, Perth Glory.
Vandenbrink, Mehmet, Schmelz, all weight. And it's Harold left alone at the back post, and he couldn't get the power in it. O'Neill just stopped it, getting out in front of Flores.
Oh, he's completely unmarked. And he should have done better, Chris Harold.
I mentioned that article that Flores wrote today. He said when he won the Johnny Warren medal in 2010 with Adelaide United, he didn't touch the ball a whole lot in games, and now he's touching it up to 50 times, and he's just loving life, buzzing around the middle of the park. Roaming just like this man Finkler. And they're going to come all the way back for the initial foul.
He's deceptive as well, uses his body really well, Finkler. We know he's technically very good, but he's also very strong.
Flores has lost his balance under pressure from Mehmet. The Victory have already played Adelaide once this season. Of course, we saw the Argentine shirt with Judas on it over here at Etihad Stadium, and next week he returns to Hindmarsh. It'll be quite a reception next Friday night, one not to miss.
Well, there'll certainly be no flowers. He's going to get face a very hostile environment.
I'm sure some fans still love him. Some of the goals he dished up in that season. Now the Glory trying to find one. Harold goes to the back post. And a chance for Dodd. He got hold of it. It's a key block by Brute.
It was, because that seemed destined to at least hit the target.
And now a chance on the counter. Flores has got Harold coming and wins the foul.
Yeah, you know. See him, he has a little glance around. He can see Harold coming, and he draws the foul.
What technique this was.
Yeah, gets the shoulder down, that's on target. See Nathan Coe was moving in the direction.
Heffernan set off on a run there. You can see him almost furthest forward. Travis Dodd didn't see the through ball option. Now Dodd gets it back from Mehmet. Nice run from the acting skipper. Getting to the byline, Travis Dodd stands it up for Schmelz. Well, that was the sniff that he normally makes the most of.
Yeah, it was just too far behind him. Good work from Travis Dodd. Really stood Traore up, got around the back, clipped it, stood the ball up really. And Schmelz was just going too far back to generate any power and direction on the header.
Almost expecting a Shane Smeltz goal tonight. 11 in 12 against the Victory, and
yeah, you thought that was the moment, really.
3 goals in 2 games against the Heart at this venue.
And Perth enjoying a good little 2 or 3 minutes here.
They go towards Smeltz again. On the flick it to Mehmet. Dodd with time. And Ferreira, coolly done to play in his skipper, who wins the goal kick.
They get away with it again. They had bodies at the back post. And Shane Smeltz, he just thought this, he was going to bury this. Great ball from Travis Dodd, just stands it up. Just slightly behind Smeltz, and Smeltz was already in there, and that's why he can't really get the leap he needed to get above that ball and really punch it with his head into the back of the net.
Naboo is rolling Heffernan again. Good clean challenge that time.
Yeah, and that's where Naboo, and he's only a kid, he's going to learn. But, you know, faced there with 3 defenders, he's got to be able to retain possession there. It's about decision making when you're a winger. You know, sometimes it's you take on defenders, but when you've got that many around you, you're better off just retaining possession.
Double change from the Victory. Jonathan Brew making way for Lee Broxham. It'll be like for like there. And ditto this change. Naboo off, getting a great hand, and Theo Markellis on. Very similar in stature, those two.
Yeah, fresh legs in the middle of the park from Broxham. You just, Gandra Postecoglou and Kevin Muscat probably just thinking they'd lost it a little bit in the last 5 minutes.
Of course, an opportunity for Broxham to press for a starting spot next week. Certainly, Jonathan Brew doesn't have a iron fist hold on that. Now Risdon. Here's O'Neill and Harold. Delivery deep. Doddle able to keep this one in. And won't quite win a corner. It's gone out for a throw-in.
No, good block. Gets his body in the right position to not allow Travis Dodd to get that cross in, but it's better from Perth.
You can see it on Travis Dodd's face, can't you? The players have put in so much tonight. End-to-end stuff, and now Smeltz! Oh, what a save from Nathan Coe! Smeltz cannot believe the net isn't rippling.
That's a brilliant save to his left-hand side. He just knew Perth were going to get something, and that was a brilliant chance for Smeltz.
Now he's trying to score from the edge of the area.
Brilliant header as well. The cross comes in, he gets across his defender. In fact, he gets nearly in between them. Downward header. Moving at pace, that header. He really generated power, and Nathan Coe to his left-hand side with a great stop.
His 6th A-League game tonight for Coe. Hunting his 2nd clean sheet in a row.
You get to see their growing confidence, Perth.
Hopefully just a precaution for young Naboo, who impressed again tonight. Finkler, early ball to Rojas. And now the delivery, and Markellis, the substitute for Naboo, could have just about made the point safe.
Well, his first touch. Great delivery from Rojas from the left-hand side. Finkler in space. Sets up Rojas. And it's his first touch. And his first touch should have put Victory 2-0 ahead.
The flag never went up. Perth had a great case to say that has to be offside. So perhaps fortunate that Markellis didn't bury it. Might have had another controversy on our hands.
Well, it's been a cracking second half. Perth getting better now. Could have gone 2 down. Smeltz so close. Twice with an equaliser.
That time the flag is up against Rojas. The way they play, Rojas and Thompson, normally, they're just playing a square ball, which means they can't be offside. But that time around, Marcellus was clearly goal side of both the ball and his defenders.
Well, if it went in, it would have stood because he didn't give it. But what you like is, you got Nabu who was on, and now Marcellus. They all know the run to make. Marcellus made exactly that same run.
Here comes McGarry, and he can't keep it down. Well teed up by Harold, another intelligent layoff.
And a difficult one to hit because it's coming across him. And he just can't keep this down. That's the difficult one. When it comes across like that, you see, he doesn't really, this little follow through in that strike because he really just stabs at it. Now here's the ball in from Rojas. He's clearly offside. But the referee's assistant certainly didn't put up his flag. Well, that would have stood had it gone in.
Here's Broxham. Rojas is just loving the way that Finkler and Flores get it to him quickly, give him the option to take on his man if he wants.
I'll tell you what, Finkler and Rojas, Finkler and Flores would love the fact they have a player like Rojas to be able to give the ball to.
Here he goes. Back to the Argentine. And now the Ivory Coast man who will soon be eligible to play for Australia. Traore, spotted by Miron Bleiberg famously. Good stretch by Heffernan. Found his opposing left back though. Well read by Traore. Marcellus wants it played deep. Just gets there from Flores. And that's out harmlessly for a goal kick. Good work by Travis Dodd getting back to apply the pressure to the cross.
Yeah, just another run from Travis Dodd. He's covered some ground. He's had a pretty good game, Travis Dodd. Oh, geez, covered some turf out there.
If you just flicked on and wondering where Liam Miller is, it was a late withdrawal tonight with tightness in the back. Was listed to start, and only 5 minutes before kickoff the news came through, so Glory missing both Miller and Burns in the middle of the park tonight.
Yeah, it was a big blow, and if you look at what Liam Miller does for Glory, it's similar the job that Finkler does for Melbourne Victory. Of course, different nationalities, of course, but Liam Miller is very good on the ball as well, technically very sound. So it was a real blow to Ian Ferguson.
Harold just turned into trouble in the shape of Selesky. Beautifully played. The combination with Marcellus, who skips past McGarry's challenge. And now Rojas. Finkler just overhit.
Yeah, good run from the youngster Marcellus. That'll be too strong. Well, Perth have gotten a lot better, haven't they? Well, the second part of this second half. Why is that? Well, they've certainly upped their tempo a little bit. They've moved the ball quicker, but they've pressed higher. They've taken that risk to press higher, knowing that, the threat of the counter-attack is real from Victory, but they haven't got the goal, but they've certainly created a lot more.
It was unfortunate for Marcellus. He had Heffernan going the wrong way, but just couldn't get the required touch. One back by Heffernan. Rojas. He didn't think he was going to get there and almost gave up on it in the end, gave Dodd a sniff. Now Risdon. O'Neill left alone. That's the target, getting inside the area and trying to combine with Smeltz. assistant wasn't convinced on whether that was a corner or goal kick. The referee gave that one.
He was looking to the referee, wasn't he? I think if the referee would have nodded back to him, I think he might have given a corner.
Crowd just shy of 18,000 tonight.
And get their money's worth for entertainment. Only one goal. But gee, it's been a good match.
I reckon the Victory keep playing this football. This place will be a sellout come Feb, March. Fans thought that crossed the line. Heffernan with the skill to keep it in. You just think there's a goal coming at one end. Not sure which. Here comes Dodd again, riding one challenge. Still he goes, Travis Dodd.
Well timed from Traore, and Jude had to be because he was bursting into the penalty box there, Travis Dodd.
He's feeling the pinch, Traore now. Doesn't want to do a whole lot of running, and he sold Broxham short there. Determined effort by Broxham to win it back and win the foul.
Well, I'm not sure how he managed to do that, Broxham. He's done well because he was outnumbered. He wasn't played a great pass. Travis Dodd maybe having a breather. He deserves one.
Rojas again. Got the nutmeg, but Brisbane stuck to the task. Great noise around Amy Park. Ferreira skipped away from one challenge. Heffernan, he just needed a little bit of luck there. The ricochet through to Coe. An early candidate for Save of the Week. Mark Bosnich will be assessing that ahead of shootout on Sunday night. It's going to be tough to top Coe's effort. A one-hander to deny Smelts an equaliser. Well, the Melbourne press this week, Robbie, shouted from the rooftops that Victory have the team to win another championship. Are they impressing you to that degree at the moment?
Well, certainly the progression in the last 4 weeks has been astonishing. If you think where they were last season, they've got a couple of additions, but it's basically the same squad as last season. The change has been remarkable. And championship winning team, well, why not? I mean, when you think it's remarkable that when they went to Sydney, they were last on the table. Certainly did not go out. It was given that. Didn't look out at all. And there's the man doing the work at the moment. And the work's not done for tonight because both have had a couple of chances and still be over 5 minutes. Now have a look at this one. I thought from the naked eye here it didn't look out. It's not even touched the line. What extraordinary decision.
And he wasn't offside either if that was the backup plan.
Well, the plan was it was a throw-in to Glory is what you gave. Extraordinary call.
Well, they did restart with an offside call, Robbie, and we saw on that replay that he was being kept on by the man at the top of the screen. But never mind, Victory got it back now. And Rojas in behind to Finkler, who stayed onside cleverly. Waiting for Rojas. Delightful from Finkler. Good save, Vukovic.
Yeah, good save from Vukovic. But Rojas gave him the opportunity. Clever ball. What a combination tonight. Finkler and Rojas. Look at the little disguise boy. Just waits, he puts it through the legs of Pandelides, and that's where he should finish. He didn't have the space. It was too tight to try and go around the goalkeeper.
Well, they want the insurance of a second. The Melbourne Victory bench, led by Ange Postecoglou. They've had their chances. Finkler with a tired corner that time. It's a clever header by Mehmet. Invited O'Neill into that space. Nice skill from McGarry. That's a challenge and a half. What about Mark Ellis and McGarry back to their feet after that one? I thought there was maybe a two-footed type challenge going in. Look at this. Determined stuff.
Oof. It's a dangerous challenge, isn't it?
Slow motion almost doesn't do it justice because they were right into it. The ball there to be won.
Two very committed. It was dangerous on both their parts.
Yeah, but they were both back to their feet. They weren't upset with the challenge by either party. That's clever by McGarry. Into Dodd. Now standing it up. Chance for O'Neill to bring it down, and Pandelides of all people nearly popped up. If he turned and shot, there's half a chance there for the former Victory man. Now it's hung up again. Koch's favourite here. Brings it under control.
There's a couple of tight-looking players out there. Quite a few of them Victory. Flores looks out on his feet. Perth still pushing. No disrespect to Pandelides, but maybe just ashamed that it fell to him.
Lovely exchange. Mark Ellis and Flores, and he was trying to get it through to Roas.
Yeah, Roas had made that run. We've become accustomed to the diagonal from left to right. He got in front of Risden, but Mark Ellis just couldn't find the quality on the cross. He tried, he saw it, and that's what I like about the youngsters, is they're seeing it and they're trying it.
And as I prefaced at the start of the game, Ange Postecoglou said this was about seeing how far they've come since the round 2 demolition when they were minus Milligan and Thompson. It's all about players slotting into the structure he wants to play. And it's looked like a well-oiled machine tonight. Finkler's found his target again with the flick. Mark Ellis gets the better of Heffernan. Early ball teasing, it wasn't too far away.
And that's the one, look, you got to credit him because he's trying to play a positive ball, but really, it really wasn't on, and that's where decision-making, young players, the better decision there was really to keep possession of that ball.
In the 90th minute. Now the Glory at the other end. Look at him go. Chance here for Chris Harold. Good save again by Coe.
And that's what happens. Turn the ball over at one end. And brilliant play from Harold as he burst through there. 2 or 3 players and just couldn't get the finish. Another good save from Nathan Coe.
Risky ball by Ferreira, who holds up his hand for nearly turning it over. And now the third and final change can be made by the Victory. And this should be quite a reception.
Yeah, super match. Superb display from Guillaume Finkler.
He's a gun, this Brazilian. Took a little while to warm up in the A-League, but he is purring on all cylinders now. Jimmy Jego on, who scored the last time the Victory were here at Amy Park, a belter.
What a goal it was.
Late in the game against Wellington, but he's turned it over here, and Vandenbrink tries the long-range effort.
Yeah, and that's the wrong decision. Ferguson's up, and he's not happy. Look, it opened up in front of him, Vas Vandenbrink, but he did have Harold just to his right-hand side, but he was tempted, and he certainly succumbed to that temptation.
It's going to come back again. The Glory trying to find a last gasp equaliser. O'Neill leaves it for McGarry. Now Risden. Challenge by Flores, not known for those kind of challenges. And they're urging the flyer on to get a second here. Caught late. Advantage is going to be played for Jimmy Jeggo. Rojas rather still down.
Which doesn't help Jimmy Jeggo. He's looking for someone to pass to.
Worrying signs with Rojas down for that long.
Well, Melbourne Victory haven't kicked it out, and if Perth win this ball back, you can't expect them to kick it out either. Well, they kick it out now.
What's he feeling here? Is it an arm injury or a leg injury?
Well, he seems... And that's the end of the action.
He might have got trod on there just at the death by Van den Brink, right down the arm with a nice graze. No, they don't tickle.
It was certainly an accident from Van den Brink. There's no intent there.
He might have what resembles a tattoo in the morning.
Well, he won't be feeling much pain if the score stays this way. He'll have been the match winner. Gee, they've created some good opportunities and situations, Perth Glory.
Victory fans baying for the final whistle. It'll be their first. Here's a go for Markellis. Trying to find Rojas in the middle. He's got Jeggo there as well. Broxham. We're going towards 4 minutes. Markellis found. Still he goes. And that should be it. Melbourne Victory back at Amy Park. And another win on the board. Undefeated in 5 for the first time in more than a year. And it's 13 points out of the last 15. As they solidify third spot on the table. Going along very nicely indeed. And fortunately for Rojas, it's just stud marks down the arm. He'll be right to go. Another star tonight. Ian Ferguson still can't get one over Ange Postecoglou, who's now unbeaten in 9 against Fergie. All smiles for the Victory. They could have had a whole lot more. They also could have copped an equaliser, but for Nathan Coe. What a save that was to deny Shane Smeltz with a strong left hand. Full time here, Melbourne Victory 1, Perth Glory 0. Let's go down to Andy Marr.
Thanks very much, Speedy. Danny with Billy Selesky. You talk about hard-fought wins, mate. That was a hard-fought win.
Yeah, it was, yeah. That felt as tough as last week, to be honest. We had to defend really well. It was a really physical game today, and you know, we only really started going in the second half. You know, none of the boys are really happy with how we played in the first half, so we came out really strong, and we got the rewards early.
Ange and Muskie were calling for tempo early in that second half. You really clicked into gear after that half-time break.
Oh, we really did, yeah. We knew we were slow out of the blocks today, so we regrouped at half-time. We came out really quick, and the message was to lift the tempo and to get a bit high, and we knew they'd get tired, and you know, we got our goal.
Credit to them, they kept coming. A couple of wonderful saves from Nathan Coe, kept the clean sheet at the end there.
Yeah, look, you know, the keeper's going to have saves to make, and we need him to be on his toes and be ready. And